exploring the ancient Puquio wells of Nazca, Peru. Here's the quadcopter taking off at a luxury resort located right next to the ancient Puquio wells of Nazca. So here we are, just outside of the gate of the luxury hotel, and these are the spiraling Puquio wells, believed by most academics to have been constructed by the ancient Nazca people between 100 and 600 AD. However, it is quite possible that they predate the Nazca culture and, in fact, were constructed by the older Paracas culture between 500 BC and 100 AD. The water is still running in these wells and comes from the Andes, far to the east. So underground streams that go from the high Andes all the way to Nazca and then to the Pacific Ocean exist. How the ancient Paracas or Nazca people were able to discover where the streams were remains a mystery. But thankfully for us, this section has been repaired in recent times. And the water is still quite cold. One mystery is why, with these spiral wells, some are clockwise and some are anti-clockwise. Could that be because they were used as ceremonial areas as well? That is unknown. But 1,500 to 2,000 years ago, there were many, many more of these. However, when the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, they were abandoned. And it's fortunate for us that these ones still exist. If you wish to see them, once again, they're called Puquio wells, and they're located about 15 minutes drive from the Nazca airport, which is where you go to fly over the Nazca line system. The word Puquio is likely an Inca term because after the collapse of the Nazca civilization around 600 AD, the area was abandoned due to the Nazca defoliating the entire area. And so later cultures over time, such as the Wadi and the Inca, did move into the area. The Inca occupied the Nazca area as an administration and agricultural area up until the 1530s AD. There has also been reconstructed part of the open aqueduct system at the same location of the Puquio wells. And here the quadcopter is about to fly over so you can see what this restored aqueduct system looks like. Once again, it was far more extensive 1,500 to 2,000 years ago, but with the entrance of the colonial Spanish, the system was abandoned and in some areas destroyed. There is almost no surface water whatsoever in the Nazca area. All of their water runs underground. And that gives us a clue, in part, as to the function of some of the Nazca lines. They were built in order to track some of the underground streams that still are in operation in this area. Other of the Nazca lines were made for astronomical purposes, and the figures, such as the spider and the hummingbird, were made for ceremonial purposes. Nazca has about 30 major geoglyphs, and in the area to the northwest, which is called Palpa, there are about 1,500 smaller ones made by the older Paracas culture. As an example, at Nazca 2, the famous astronaut was created by the Paracas culture, and the more famous ones perhaps, or equally famous, such as the hummingbird and the spider, were created by the later Nazca culture. Thanks for viewing this video. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And these are related books at Amazon. Nazca, Decoding the Riddle of the Lines, Elongated Skulls of Peru and Bolivia,